Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I hope everyone's fine. We are still having some people joining us, but I think we can go ahead and begin our session. Hi, welcome to our Global Construction Tech Program Innovation Session live from Paris. I'm Zineb. I'm a senior consultant at Impulse Partners, and I will be your host today for this session focused on digital construction. Here's the agenda for today. We are very happy to welcome two guest speakers from Civic Labs and Izai, followed by the pitch of four startups. There will be a time at the end of each presentations for some questions, and also at the end of the session for some open discussion. I also see a couple of familiar faces. Hi and good morning or evening to everybody. Before introducing our speakers today, I would like to say a few words about our Global Construction Tech program. We at Impulse have been passionately dedicated to construction innovation for over a decade now. Some of you already know us, already know what we do, but maybe a quick reminder for those who are joining us for the first time. Our main goal at Impulse is to speed up innovation in construction, real estate, energy, and infrastructure, and bring together the key players of these sectors in a global scale, like you. To do so, we have developed a global ecosystem of entrepreneurs, tech firms, VCs, and decision makers that play a vital role in accelerating innovation, driving economic growth, and solving complex societal challenges. Impulse is currently bringing together companies from around the world to execute a global initiative to boost construction, tech innovation, accelerate go-to-market strategies, and help startups scale. Today, we support over 20 players around the world with their innovation challenges. We have also identified over and qualified 3,000 startups, have helped collaborations between 200 startups and corporates, and supported numerous entrepreneurship projects. And we have also been involved in some investment deals. I'd like to zoom in on one of our offers that we have been fostering recently, our accelerator programs. You have here three examples. We have our friends from Lisbon with us this afternoon. We have been working with them for over 2 years now. We have been also collaborating with CRH Ventures for an accelerator program on water management, and also a second one on roads of the future. With Alice Dawn, they'll be able to present everything this afternoon for those joining us for the North America and Europe session. The challenges were quite varied. We helped understand and map the evolving market trends. We identified and capitalized on opportunities that generate innovative solutions for construction job sites. We had around 100 startups applying for the first edition. For the second one, Alice from Impulse is here with us today, and she worked on that project. We had, I think, over 170 applications, and there was a selection and then a demo day, which took place last week in Toronto, Canada. For Barton Malo, the challenges areas were far more specific. They needed actually solutions that helped automate labor-intensive processes, such as installing and operating solar farms, capturing data on job sites, mapping underground utilities, and choosing land for urban development. We have identified at the time 30 solutions, of which 25 applied to the program, and we have planned a pitch day with 8 solutions so that they can incorporate their technology through pilot programs, improving efficiency and costs on the Barton Malo job sites. To put it together, we tailor to all scopes of problems, no matter how narrow or wide, understanding the opportunities, then capitalizing on solutions in a structured and mannered approach. The last one we have been working on is for Hitachi Construction Machinery, an equipment company, Japanese equipment company. And we have closed the challenge. We had almost 130 applications, and the demo day will take place in Atlanta, US, during November, on November 20. Well, this is just an overview of our activity, but if you are interested in learning more about what we do, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Without further ado, coming up today, first we will hear a presentation from Yogev Katsu, CEO of Civic Labs and a good partner of us, and Arnaud de Sarbiac, partner at Easy. Then 4 startups will be presented. We'll hear first from Bastien Gautret, the head of sales of Mobility Work. Then Brice Bagado, the innovation director of Devilubox, will present his company and their activities. We'll have then Adrian Domke, founders associate of our team. And finally, we will welcome Bisrat Degafar, the CEO of TrueBolt. At the end of each presentation, like I already said, we'll have a few minutes for Q&A and open discussion. Please use the chat to type your questions or directly activate your microphone. I do invite you to unmute your mics during the presentations of each and only activate them when you want to ask questions. I'm very happy and very glad to introduce you now to Yogev, CEO of Civic Labs, who will be presenting us his activities. Hi, Yogev.
Hi, Gineb. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
We are very glad to be here. Is it possible to allow us to share a few slides?
Yes, for sure. Normally, you can directly share your screen, yes.
So if Rosie, our VP of Partnerships, will share her screen, it would be great. So thank you very much. We are brand new, but we feel that we are in the right place. We are in the built environment business, construction, real estate, infrastructure, utilities, as well as urban and municipal.
Just one sec. Sorry, excuse me, just one sec. I just want to make sure that everyone can see the slides. Just let me know that you can see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just one sec. Yeah, I just want to go back to the beginning. Sorry. Yep.
So as I said,
go ahead.
We are brand new, but we are in the right place. We are in the built environment business. Construction, real estate, infrastructure, utilities, as well as urban and municipal activities. With more than 10% of the global GDP and physical assets worth trillions of dollars, this field is the largest business sector in the world. We are targeting 2 main challenges. The first, moving to a low carbon economy. The built environment sector produces about 40% of global CO2 emissions, and as a result of climate change, it is also exposed to losses of $850 billion a year. The second, technological development. We feel, maybe you feel the same, that the technological change have not yet affected the field. It is not really touches real activities in the field yet in the scale that we hope to. So our aim is to really increase the productivity and really improve the penetration of digital activities in construction site. Those are the reasons that led us to establish Civic Labs. We aim to develop and commercialize technological solutions that will create fundamental changes in the construction sites and to accelerate transition to a low carbon economy and to increase productivity in the industry. To this end, we assembled a group of players with unique expertise and proven experience. We competed and won an Israeli Innovation Authority tender. Our partners, first of all, Impulse Partners, which you already know, a leading global innovation platform. Shibumi is a Swiss venture capital fund that focuses only on early stage built environment startups. We also have a GCC partner, and together we hope one day to operate a cross-border regional cooperation. Finally, the industry. There is no substitute. There is no substitute for a direct and professional connection with the needs and challenges that exist in the field. That's why we joined Baran Group, the largest engineering company in Israel. A public traded company operates in Israel and around the world. We have two main activities, startups and partnerships. In the startup sections, we will have venture creation, an investment vehicle, and a startup program which serves as the primary gateway for deal flow. Each startup in the startup program is supported by a dedicated team of experienced professionals, along with industry experts from Israel and across the globe. Participants gain access to cutting-edge R&D infrastructure spanning from basic research to field demonstrations, including laboratory equipment and opportunities for real-world experimentation in active projects. We aim to provide comprehensive professional support to approximately 60 startups over 5 years. And we have already selected 5 promising Israeli startups, among them Skyline Cockpit. Skyline Cockpit aims to solve bottlenecks on construction sites, leading to costly delays and accidents. Their solution uses advanced and diverse technologies to remotely operate cranes. I saw in my own eyes how they operate cranes with people and screen in New York, and a crane operates in Israel. And I think, you know, it can open our mind for what we can do with this kind of technology. If you didn't saw them on BBC last week, I recommend you to do so. And I'm confident that Skyline Cockpit solution will set the industry standard in the following years. Rapida is another promising Israeli startup. As you already know, aging infrastructure leads to significant losses, with 40% of a 9 trillion budget wasted annually. The US alone has 56 deficient bridge, 56,000 deficient bridge. This is insane. And Rapida's solutions includes a cloud-based AI engine for inspectors and civil engineers using machine learning and 3D computer vision to generate precise structural insights for targeted and efficient maintenance. The market is huge, and with customers like the Israeli National Water Infrastructure Company, they are definitely on the right way for scaling up. The second component of Civic Labs activity includes structured partnerships at the local, regional, and global level. We have created a circle of global strategic partners, the largest and leading business corporations in the industry. We are open to collaborations and invite each and every one of you to reach out, to engage, and to follow our activity on LinkedIn. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Yogev, for this very interesting presentation of the Civic Labs. Does anyone from the audience have a question, a reaction? I know you are quite present on LinkedIn, and you have the website, so everyone can reach out also after the session. All right. Thanks again, Yogev. And for those who have questions, you can still type them down on the chat, and the Civic Labs will be handing over also their general contact. And thanks again for your partnership and the great work. Well, now I'm very happy to introduce you to Arnaud Descorbiac, partner at Esai. Hi, Arnaud. Nice to have you with us.
Very pleased to. Thank you for hosting us. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Perfectly.
Okay, great. So thanks so much for hosting us. Nice to meet everyone in this great audience. I'm Arnaud, partner at Esai, which is a French VC firm. I've been in the VC space for 8 years, and after 15 years in the consulting space. And today, Zineb gave us the opportunity to introduce you to Esai Build Venture, which is our joint fund with Bouygues. Maybe Esai in a nutshell. So we are a French VC firm. we were established 15 years ago by successful entrepreneurs. We have now 5 different strategies and 5 different funds. 3 of them are vanilla fund, covering digital and tech overall, with from seed, that is our venture fund with 120 million under management, to growth on LBO. And 5 years ago, we launched a dedicated corporate venture strategy, meaning we have one fund dedicated to one single corporate to invest in this strategy. We started with Capgemini 5 years ago, and that's how I joined Easyeye. And we launched a fund on the same setup with Bouygues 1 year ago. We have so now 800 million under management. I've supported 100 plus companies and invest across the world. The fund we have with Bouygues is really focused on construction, infrastructure, and energy. We look for startups that can be relevant for them, that can be software or hardware or joint solution everywhere in the world, and from seed to Series C. We invest only as a minor follower in this round, so taking maybe less than 10% of the ownership. We investigate that goes from 500K to 5 million, and of course with VC standard, and we play the business sponsor role. The Bouygues business in the scope, as mentioned, are everything around construction, real estate, and energy. It means around 20 billion if we just take at construction for building, public works, road, railways, and the real estate activity, and nearly 20 billion also in revenue for everything around the energy and industrial services, which is the Equans acquisition Bouygues made now 2 years ago. The topic of interest, maybe the same as all of you that are in the construction and energy topics. So basically everything that can improve the efficiency of the construction process, from pre-construction to supply chain to site monitoring, like Skyline Cockpit that was mentioned earlier, and new automation way, and everything that can improve the sustainability of the job site and of the construction, from carbon measure to new materials that are used in construction, and also new sources of energy, waste management, and recycling. We have a team that is spread across Europe and US, and first investment that we did covered different space, from EcoWorks, which is a German successful serial renovation enterprise, IBU, which is monitoring all the machines on the job site, whatever their brand, and giving a full visibility of all their activity, and one new French startup we just invested in, and that is not yet announced. Plus, of course, a few ones that are in the pipeline. That's it from my side. Very happy to engage with anyone on these topics.
Thank you very much, Arnaud, for this presentation and for introducing us to Easyeye. Do we have some questions from the audience? And once again, we'll be able to connect you if you want to go a bit further.
With pleasure, thanks, Zineb.
You can't hear me?
Yes.
Oh, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, very well. I said with pleasure for the connection, and
yes.
Thanks again for the time.
Okay, thanks, Arnaud. Thank you so much. Thank you for this corporate and investor presentations. Let's begin with the startups presentations. I think Bastien will be joining at 10 a.m. So maybe we can begin with Brice directly from the VisuBox, the company which specializes in providing site monitoring and time-lapse video solutions for construction projects. They offer autonomous time-lapse cameras that enable features like the detection of worker safety compliance and site activity analysis. But well, I think he'll be able to tell you more details about what he does. Hi,
Yeah.
Louis.
Thank you, Zineb, for this opportunity. Yes, I have the right to share my screen. So
Yes.
that. So give me 5 seconds for that. So all the screen here, and I will share the first one. Yeah, the second one screen. Perfect. So can you just confirm me all
Yes.
it's okay on your side? Good. So thank you for that. Thank you for joining this presentation. So my name is Bruce Bagato, Innovation Director at the Visibox, and the goal of this presentation is to explain you how to prevent risk with AI on construction site. So here, okay. So the context in France today is that around every 2 minutes, a worker falls victim to a workplace accident. It's coming from Assurance Maladie in France, so it's the same. We have the same information from Canada because we have a subsidiary there, or worldwide, so we can get this information. And so what does it mean in practical terms? In fact, employees' lives and well-being are at risk on construction site, but it's also creates a massive impact on the project timeline or causing delays and increasing cost for construction company. To give you, to continue on this perspective, to give you a clearer picture, 8 million days lost every year means thousands of team members are off-site daily, so causing both operational disruption and safety challenge. That's the most important, of course. What we can do to make construction sites safer. So historically, safety actions on construction sites have been only in reaction, only reactive. That means we have to deal with the accidents after they happen, and the damage for the human. So damage financial, physical, and emotional. And the damage is already done. The solution for us is the prevention. And we can save lives, we can reduce injuries and avoid additional costs by stopping accidents before they take place. And that's what I would like to explain. And this trend is confirmed by major companies in their health and safety policies as a top priority. And the objective is to get the zero accident on construction sites. This is where the technology and especially AI comes into the game. So I love this expression, comes into the game. In fact, thanks to AI, we now have the capability to monitor construction sites in real time and to detect the risky situations. So AI allows us to focus on risk detection. So by implementing an automated process, by helping human decision and safety supervision, and of course by catching the potential dangers before they happen. That's why today I would like, after this short introduction, to present you our HSE monitoring platform. And I will use a quick demonstration to show you that. So I will move to the platform here. Okay, so basically now you are able, so I will move to the second screen. So you will be able to see my screen and the HSE application. So this application, this platform is already in production, but only on a dedicated hosted mode, because we developed it 2 years ago to answer to a RFP, a worldwide RFP. So we won this RFP. That's the reason why this platform is already in production. But the goal of the Visibox is to develop a new platform, multi-client, to be able to host all the requests we have from the market. So what's happening with the HSE monitoring platform? First of all, when you connect the platform, so you have access to all your projects. It's like a construction site map you, depending your privileges and your rights, you have access to the projects, current project, past project, and so on and so on. So today I will show you a project I know with a good example. So I will move into this project here. And there is a picture of yesterday, very representing of what we can do. I think is this one. Yeah. So we can see, for example, this picture. So I have all the picture of the project. I will adjust to show you something before. At the top of my screen, I'm able to filter what I need to see, what I need to check. And for example, if I am a safety manager, I don't want to move picture images by images. So maybe the most important priority on my construction site is to double check if the helmet is well wearing. So what I will do is to move to the helmet with Atlas One people here. Okay, sorry, mistake here. Yeah, I need to go to my first page. So helmet with people, and I will only see all the images where there is a mistake with the helmet. I can do the same with the shin strap, the jacket, the harness, and so on, but it's just to show you an example. Okay, so I will move to my image here. This one, for example, yeah. On this picture, I can see now that if I supervise the selected image, I can see that my filter helmet is on. And here, there is a mistake. So you have a bounding box showing you that where is the mistake. And I can now, with the action, so of course I can move with the zoom of the photo camera, and I can see, yes, there is a mistake. So that will help me to alert all the people on the construction site there is a mistake with the helmet, for example. Or tomorrow morning, before the briefing, I will be able to sensibilize all the people with this mistake. And I can move into my project. For example, this one, we can see people. The helmet is not okay for the guy in the vehicles, but it's not a problem here in this situation. And I can see here people, I have the counting 2 people, yes, 1 and 2. So in fact, the HEC platform is able to count all the people on the construction site to provide PPE information detection. And we have also the same with the vehicles. If you want, we can blur all the landscape to be focused on the construction site. So just an overview of the platform. I will switch now to a presentation because I know I don't have all 1 hour to show you that. So I will continue here and the presentation. So now we are back in my PPT file. After this short introduction of the HEC monitoring here. Okay. So I would like just to give you another information about what is our key advantage with that. In fact, at the Visibox, we are a unique provider. We install our own photo camera to capture every moment. The images are sent to the HEC monitoring platform where the AI analysis process begins. And finally, you will receive an alert if something is wrong as detected, for example, for the helmet. And you can connect the platform and monitoring what's happened on your construction site. This is all-in-one service. Okay, it's a real strength of the Visibox. Now, what's our position on the market? Why using photo camera instead of video? In fact, that allows us to offer a more effective and eco-friendly solution by reducing cost, installation cost, storage and transmission cost, but also the carbon footprint. And you know, our photo camera are fully autonomous. That means we don't need to get external energy and connectivity outside. And next year, we will be able to offer on the market a new photo camera with a frequency very close to that the video is offering at the moment. That's the reason why we are continuing to innovating on the photo camera. a short example of the business model. So a subscription for the AI in the platform, rental for the equipment, and for example, a 1-year project with one photo camera and one detection access to the platform is around 300 euro by month, to give you an idea. And finally, what I would like to say is at the Visibox, we approach the AI like so the mindset of a startup. So innovating, developing, and improving and progressing in the market. So our mission is to, with this project, I'm not talking about the time lapse. We are doing that from the past to today, but what I would like just to explain is our mission is to prevent risk before they happen, and to make construction sites safer for all by providing equipment, AI tools in collaboration with a safety manager. That's it. It's the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention, and do not hesitate to use the chat or at the end of this session if you have questions. Thank you, Zineb.
Thank you very much, Brice. Thank you for your presentation of the Visibox. And like you said, everyone, just please feel free to ask your questions, and we'll make sure to give you Brice contact if you want to have some further discussion with him and his colleagues. Thanks again, Brice. I'm very now glad to welcome Bastien Gautret, Head of Sales of Mobility Work. Hi, Bastien.
Hello, everyone.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yes, I will share my screen. It will be easier. Up.
Perfect. Thanks for being here.
Up. Do you see my screen? Is it good for you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. Just quickly to introduce Mobility Work. So we were born in 2017 with the idea to bring simplicity of one of the oldest job in industrial, which is the maintenance stuff. Okay, so we all know that the maintenance projects are very, very hard, very tough. It costs a lot of money, and that was the goal of Mobility Work at the beginning, and this is still to bring simplicity and easy to use and easy to deploy solution on the shop floor. So this is why the context of the creation of Mobility Work is that we found that a lot of projects regarding the maintenance stuff take a lot of time in terms of internal time, because you need to hire a person and so on, and also in terms of deployment. It means that sometimes to deploy only one solution within one pilot plant, you need to take between 6 months to a year before using it and before getting the advantage of the solution. So this is why, if you're tired of 12 to 24 months project, complex ERP module with SAP, stuff like that, and sometimes we are seeing that some of our customers are using, for example, Excel spreadsheet and so on. If you are tired of this kind of project, you can choose us. I mean, the first and the goal was to bring plug and play solution within only 3 weeks. So it means from the starting of the project until the daily use of the application solution, it took 3 weeks, us and you, of course, to deploy the solution. How we do this? We do this through two things. The first thing is the web application that were a SaaS solution. We are hosted in Amazon Web Services with different servers across Europe. That's the first thing that we can bring. And also on top of that, we are coming with a mobile application to also bring mobility on the shop floor and to avoid, every I need to go on my desk to write something. I can do it directly on the shop floor. That was on let's say the first stage, and what we bring since a couple of years now is we try to integrate Mobility Work with your IT environment. It means that if tomorrow or if today you still have an ERP, it's not a big deal, because you can integrate your ERP with Mobility Work in order for the person on the shop floor to only use Mobility Work, and after the integration, do the job to transfer the right information to the ERP in terms of spare parts and so on and so on. So you can integrate Mobility Work with the full stuff of application, Power BI, the PDCA, and so on and so on. We try to address the maintenance team challenges in the shop floor. The first thing is the data accessibility. It means that sometimes when you are on the shop floor and you need to have, documentation related to the equipment, you need to better understand what's happened today on this equipment and sometime and so on. You need to come back to your office, right on the computer and so on. That's why we bring mobility through the mobile application. The second step was to make it easy. We know that you have two phases of every kind of this project. The first phase is you need to deploy it. So sometimes to between 6 months to a year. And after the second phase is go is you need to adopt the tools. And sometimes it's first not easy. And sometimes it will also take time to, change management, the tool, the way that the people are working since 10 years, sometime in the maintenance stuff. So a lot of customers are struggling with this. And the third one was the communication issue between first inside the plants. So I want to talk with my production guy, I want to talk with the maintenance guy and so on. And after with my group. Sometimes I have one plant and I have another plant at 10 kilometers or whatever. And I need to have the possibility to discuss with them because maybe I have the same issue that I had a couple months ago with this equipment. And it might be easy for me to ask them to what will be the answer to fix it. The platform, we will go into 3 steps. The first one is to identify, plan, and prepare. It means that we can bring all your existing data into Mobility Work. We deploy a set of tools to, in order for you to not start from scratch, but start with your existing equipment with all the historical of your maintenance and so on. That's the first phase. The second phase is we execute, of course. We try to implement the standardized, we try to implement checklists, stuff like that within the shop floor. And after, the main goal of this is to bring you KPIs, to, decide, analyze if you need to change this equipment or not, if you need to fix, if you need to do more preventive stuff on this equipment and so on. We are deploying across the world because we are right now almost on 35 countries over the world, and we're deploying over 400 plants again across the world. The goal of Mobility Work also is to be easy to deploy across different sectors. So this is why we're mainly Saint-Gobain is our top main customer. We're deploying across 120 plants over the world. We are trying to deploy 2 to 3 plants every month with them. We are also working on the construction stuff with Emiris. We got 2 plants with them. And every time that was the same project is within 1 month, you deploy everything from your historical data until the person or the shop floor are using the application. We are, of course, a French company, and we were born in an industrial group that called Farignat. They build big components, for example, for truck and so on. And we are trying to be drive for the operational excellence. So this is why we are compliant with ISO stuff, FDI compliant and RGPD compliant, of course. We try to create a new methodology behind these tools is what we call the test and learn methodology. Instead of, spending a year to create, big document to say, I want to do this, try it and test it. It will only take 1 month and you will learn more and more data instead of, spending time to just write a document to say, I want to do this and this. So this is why you are really saving time in terms of project management and in terms of preparing the project. You have no person internally to handle this project because we are going on this and we are helping, for example, the plant director and the responsible of the maintenance to do the project. And the KPIs that we can see on our customer is that 20% saved on maintenance costs per equipment after 6 months, and almost 50% of time saved in terms of maintenance preparation. Just after I know that Zineb will send you the documentations, but just to show you that it's always better to have customers speak better than us. So we are working mainly with our top 3 customers, Saint-Gobain, L'Oréal, and Danone. So if you want to see the video and so on. And to finish, if you have one thing to take away is that we are easy to use and easy to deploy. Is really we are trying to bring something else on a very, very, very old job, and something that is very hard to deploy, hard to change management the person, is this easy to deploy and easy to use. We are trying also to improve the maintenance maturity of all the plants. So this is why Saint-Gobain chooses to be deploying across the entire group, is that we can answer for low maturity, that's someone that doesn't have anything, they're only working with paper and so on, and a plant that already have an ERP and some maturity, so the solution can fit and stick with the different requirements. And of course, it's the goal of this is to harmonize. And if I am, for example, in Saint-Gobain in Wuhan in China and one plant in Belgium, I can speak the same languages when I'm speaking about maintenance, because we harmonized all the solution inside the group. That's all for me.
Thank you so much, Bastien. It was really interesting. Do we have any questions from the audience? I know everyone's shy when we are on Teams.
Perfect.
But,
Thank you, Zineb.
Thanks again,
Thank
Bastien.
you.
And we'll make sure to, of course, send your contact and
Sure.
Morgan's and yours and your presentation. Thanks again.
Perfect. Thank you.
Well, I'm very happy now to welcome Adrian, who will present our team and aerial intelligence platform, which uses drone and satellite data combined with the computer vision and machine learning to automatically generate digital models for CAD and BIM. Hi, Adrian. Thanks again for being with us on such a short notice.
Yeah, thanks for having me, for having us, our team. Yeah, I would also just start sharing my screen if that's fine.
Perfect.
Great. Then let me share the slides, and I hope you guys can see it. Can you give me quick feedback?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, then let's get started right away. So we're at Airteam. As you already said, Zineb, we aim to provide our customers next level 3D design data. And as said, we use for that drones and the power of AI. What's our company vision? What's our mission? We want to empower every solar and every construction company to make better decisions using drone data, cutting edge software, and artificial intelligence. But yeah, before I talk about the solution, let's first talk maybe about the problem. And it was already mentioned in the presentations before that the construction industry is one of the least digitized industries that's out there, even though it's such a big industry. And especially the mass determination, meaning taking measurements of objects, of structures, of buildings, whatsoever, is usually done manual still these days, or with very inaccurate methods. And this traditional way is causing a lot of problems, hiccups, reworks, and therefore also costs for the people and the companies. And besides that, it's time consuming, it's unsafe, as you can see, for example, if people have to go on the roofs, and it's error prone. So if I forgot any measurements, in the worst case, I have to go back to my construction sites, retake measurements, whatsoever. And that's where Airteam comes into the game. We digitize buildings and structures with the help of drone data. And we use the drone basically as a tool in order to get the right data. And after the drone flight is done, which let's say we have a big construction site talking about 20,000 square meters, where we can do the drone flight in around 20 minutes. So we really quick get the data, data's uploaded to our platform, and then we use the power of the AI in order to provide data that our customers can work with. What are the pro sides about this? First of all, it's super fast, meaning it saves me a lot of money, it saves me costs. And the people, my construction workers, they are actually doing what they're supposed to do, not measuring buildings and objects and structures, but they're actually doing their jobs. that they want to do and that they are there for. Second, it's safe because no one has to take any risks in order to take measurements, in order to get data from the construction sites. And it's standardized. So you get very high accurate data, very fast and in the safest way possible. I just want to show you some reasons why drone data is the future of construction planning. Just really quick, some comparisons. Let's talk about satellite data and drone data. As you can already see in the pictures, the high resolution of the drone data enables us to get much more information than we have. Besides that, we of course do have the 3D real measurements, meaning the satellite data provides me some estimations, but if I really want to get accurate data with the right inclination, with the right measurements, I need another source in order to plan properly and avoid hiccups on construction site. Second one is the 2D data is well known among the industry already, and with the drone data you can still create the wow effect. Meaning you can, for example, zoom in, zoom out, move around the object. You basically have the real time and real live data from the object that is absolutely up to date. Besides that, if we're talking about satellite data, new buildings are often missing. Let's say we want to plan a solar installation on this roof, but we don't have any data to actually plan it on site. So what would we do? We would have to send people on the roof again. With drone data, we have high resolution data even from a building that was built today or still under construction. And if we're talking, for example, about LiDAR data that is scanning basically, with the laser, the objects, we are sometimes missing small objects on the roof because it's not accessible or whatsoever. And on the other hand, as you can see, this is already AI processed. We have engineer grade drone data that is usable for our customers. And talking about solar installation, just really quick, we have up-to-date vegetation data, meaning we know how high is this tree actually next to the house, and can I put a solar module there, or is there shadow on the roof the whole day? So why is the solution worth looking into, and why is it such a big topic now? We talked about safety already before. We're talking about accidents, and we're talking about death that can be eliminated basically. Facilitation of work. The construction site is much easier. It's much easier to prepare quotations, deploy planning, invoicing, etc. We have a shortage of skilled workers, at least in Germany. It's a big topic. I know that it's also a big topic in other European countries at least. And you can increase your efficiency with the drone. Then fourth point, the drone technology. Prices for drone technology have fallen from around 10,000 euros 5 years ago to 1,500 euros, making it a technology that is available for every company out there, from 5 employees to 5,000 employees. And the power of artificial intelligence. I know AI is a big buzzword, but we're actually developing algorithms based on artificial intelligence and machine learning that make use of this potential in order to provide data. What did we develop? We did develop the AirTeam Fusion platform, which is a cloud-based platform that turns drone imagery into digital twins to generate actionable insights. Exactly. So it is always accessible from anywhere with every device. And how does it work? Basically, our customers create a new project. They do the drone flight, or we do the drone flight, the data gets uploaded, and then we come to the point of data evaluation, meaning that this is where our software comes in game. First, we create a 3D model. We have the software making the edge detection, like defining length, surfaces, etc. We have object recognition. We can create cut models and basically a semantic classification. And as you can see here, we provide different kinds of files. We have a lot of solar planning integrations. We can provide CAD data as seen on the left side. We have measurement reports that are DIN certified, which is basically standardized. We have Fast Fusion 3D models where you can take measurements, you can do solar planning, everything right in a 3D model. And of course, for example, roof planning integrations. Our current customers are mainly based in Germany. This is where we come from, where we are based in Berlin. And yeah, but as I said, due to our cloud solution, we are basically not locked into a place, but we can operate worldwide. Doesn't matter if you're in France, in Israel, in Australia, wherever. And as you can see, we already have some customers like 1,5 Grad who are working at least Europe-wide, for example, in the solar planning industry. Exactly. I talked about the benefits already, and I don't want to take too much time. You can save time and money. You can secure competitive advantages against other companies. You can decide who flies, meaning either you fly the drone yourself or Air Team has a drone pilot on site, and we have the skilled customer service who can always assist you around the clock with all the data. That's the team. We're a bit more than 20 people, as I said, based in Berlin, growing, and yeah, happy to provide any information or answer your questions whenever there are some. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, Adrian. Thanks for this presentation of Air Team. Once again, feel free to type down your questions or ask them directly, and we will be giving Adrian's and the Air Team contact. Thanks again. I'm now very happy to welcome Bisrat, who will present TrueBuild, a company which provides AI-driven solutions that for managing construction projects, thanks to real-time site data monitoring. Hi, Bisrat. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you very much for the invitation today. Let me share my screen and hope there are no IT issues. Always the case. Please let me know when you can see the screen.
We can see the yeah. Perfect.
Awesome. Hi, hello everyone. My name is Bisrat Degfa, and at TrueBuild, we're here to help teams accelerate their construction projects. Myself and my background, I was formerly global director at Atkins, leading the digital transformation for the organization, going from the project planning phase through to operation and final handover. My co-founder, Dr. Sari Sabani, comes from the biotech space, so we came together to bring the learnings and experience from the biotech industry into construction because of how advanced biotech is compared to where we are in the construction space. So I was keen to bring that knowledge and experience into construction and better the industry, moving it forward. What we're trying to, due to my background and the first-hand issues I've seen on hand, what we're trying to address is the problem that we have with construction delays and disputes. I, for myself, have been able to work on construction projects in Europe, America, South America, Asia, and Africa, and I can hands down say, regardless of who your consultants are or your contractors, we are guaranteed that the construction project will be delayed, and the bigger the project, the more likely that there will be disputes. So we're here to address this challenge by preventing the issues from occurring in the first place, rather than having to resolve them, once they've occurred. It is a big challenge, but as an industry, we are losing billions due to these issues that we're having currently on the ground with the teams. Our solution at hand is we're building our own in-house AI solution, training our own models to produce generative AI solution that understands construction. What do I mean by that? We're able to analyze construction drawings, models, scopes, schedules, all types of construction data essentially to identify gaps, misalignments, and areas that could cause risk or disputes further downstream. We do this by streamlining the project planning phase. And the reason why we focus on the project planning phase is that this is the area, or this is the phase of the project that we have the greatest influence as to define the success of the construction project itself. We've all worked on some construction projects where we're tracking against the baseline that was wrong in the first place, or tracking against a design that was incorrect in the first place. So rather than focusing on the execution phase of a project, we want to prevent this problem from happening, and it's key that we focus on the project planning phase to do that. We help teams by automating their complex tasks like contract review, tender evaluations, design reviews, all again in the planning phase by removing the time it takes to review design and scope. We optimize the workflows. The larger the project, the more people that we have, and the more people that we have on the project, the more workflows and processes there are. And this causes a hindrance. And this is another area that causes, that results in inefficiencies in the industry that we know. So how it works is right in the planning stage when the teams are preparing all of their tender information. So this is the drawings, the reports, the schedules, all of this information. We allow teams to upload the entire construction data, spanning, as I mentioned, from schedules, drawings, models, reports, plans. They upload onto our platform, and then we identify any areas of ambiguity that exists within the documentation and the data. And I can assure you 100% of the time, there is always ambiguities simply because of the siloed nature of construction projects. We have teams that work in their individual disciplines, producing their individual reports, and we rely on them to communicate effectively and be all on the same page. But when we work on projects that are, hello? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, very well.
Yeah, sure. So we help teams identify ambiguity in their construction data, and I give them a health check of their construction data and tell them exactly where their ambiguities are, so that before they even start construction or before they even award it to the contractor, they're completely clear of what the information is that they're providing out there. And again, the clearer the project, the more likely that there is less disputes and the more likely it will go on budget and on time. But essentially, once the teams are confident with their information that they're going out to tender with, we then allow the teams to upload their RFP documents that they've gone out to tender and upload the proposals from the contractors. And we utilize our own in-house AI to assess the contractor proposals against the RFP. And as well as providing evidence, as to the scoring of the contractors' proposals. We align the assessment of the proposals in line with the team's evaluation criteria, whether it's say a 70% for technical, 30% for commercial, or so forth. So we provide a completely evidence-based proposal evaluation, thus moving it to providing unbiased and audit-friendly reports. In too many occasions, we see problems occurring on the construction site, and these problems could have been avoided by, in the early stages, saying this contractor was not actually fit for purpose to even work on the project. So we try to provide data-driven insights to the teams through analyzing their proposals and identifying if they are actually capable of producing that, of delivering that construction project to the teams. To date, we do work quite extensively with project owners here in Saudi, but also internationally. And the feedback kind of speaks for itself. They are seeing reduced operational costs through less people being needed to review design information or schedule information. Also, time savings. We've been able to bring down the time it takes to review contractor proposals for a $50 million construction project from 40 hours down to 30 minutes, as well as providing the teams with evidential-based reports so that they're able to validate our outputs against what their teams evaluated the contractor's proposals, just to show that what we provide is accurate in time saving. And of course, through analyzing the data and identifying the misalignment, we can enhance the accuracy, and our objective is to reduce the amount of disputes we have in construction. And we've seen this prevalent with one of our users based in Australia, with the Acciona Construction Group. What makes us different to existing construction management solutions, shall I say, is existing solutions technically act as document management platforms with workflows attached to them, whereas we actually go inside of the data, inside of the documents, inside of the drawings, analyze them, and provide real-time insights to the teams that they can be able to act upon it right there and then, rather than just saying attach your document here and assume it's okay. So we actually want to save times and give back time to the teams on the construction sites and the planning teams. And as we all know, the two things that we don't have in construction is time and money. So we want to give this back to the industry to again improve the poor reports that we have built for ourselves for a long time now, shall we say. Why are we based in Saudi Arabia? So I relocated to Saudi last year. Why? There's over 10,000 active projects here in Saudi as we speak, currently building the size of 3 Belgiums. So it's the largest single construction site in the world. And those 10,000 construction projects come up to around $1.3 trillion in construction spend over the next 8 years. And as we all know, if something is not done to be more efficient, this 1.3 trillion, although it was planned, it will most likely increase to $2 or $3 trillion if something's not done about the lack of efficiency that we have in our industry. Hence why we've headquartered ourselves in Saudi to help address some of the challenges that they would definitely have when it comes to delivering this immense amount of construction projects in country. We offer different pricing models for our teams, from individual through to projects, enterprise. The enterprise we are moving more towards enterprise now than, say, the individuals and projects, but we do try to provide a flexible pricing model and flexible solutions so that teams are able to benefit from our technology from an individual basis through to enterprise level. The go-to-market side, of course, integrations. We're integrating with some of the leading construction management solutions, again, piggybacking off their existing solutions, but we're also partnering with key industry bodies like the NEC, which is a global construction contract based out of the UK, and also the SCCA, which is the Saudi Construction Authority based here locally. We are quite new. We've only been around for less than a year, but we have secured some initial pre-seed investment of tech team. We've now started, we're now generating revenue, but more importantly, we've managed to onboard 6 of the largest property developers and consultancies in the world, namely AECOM, Gleeds, Atkins, and also here in Saudi, Qiddiya and Roshan, which present about $500 billion of construction projects. Thank you very much for your time. And that was my alarm sounding for the 7-minute pitch, so I think I'm 3 seconds over.
That was perfect. Thank you so much, Bishart. Thanks for this presentation of Truebuild. Again, if anyone has any questions, please type it down. We will be sending the contacts of everyone. So thanks a lot to all of our guests today for their very insightful introductions and presentations of their activities, the Civic Labs, the EVLI, and also all the startups presentations. We will be sharing the pitch decks. Don't hesitate to take the discussions to the next step. We have more events coming soon. This afternoon, we will be having the North America and Europe session for our friends who have different time zones. And our next online innovation session will take place in January and will be focused this time on smart cities. We'll be sharing more information with everyone soon. Thanks again. Thanks everyone who attended today, and we hope to hear from you all very soon. See you all in January for our next innovation session, and have a great day or evening.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.